Welcome, race fans, to a busy Saturday night of racing here at Merrittville Speedway. It's Bobcat of Hamilton weekly racing from Merrittville, and we're kicking it off with the James Auto V6s. Starting on pole, Tina Ronning in the heat. Pole, Josh Dimitro alongside. Then it's Jordan Fiddler, Dustin Duga, Zach Dimitro, John Couture, Rick Beals rounding out the field in this one. Side by side, down into turn one. Look at Duga, who's already shot up from his fourth position on the grid, trying to make a play for the lead as Dimitro is down the back straightaway. Top two breaking away from the field in this one. Duga for another feature win here tonight. He has been on fire for August and late July. And he's going to make a pass to the lead at the stripe. Great job from Duga to work around the outside of Josh Dimitro. Dimitro trying to keep pace as they work down the back straightaway. The 801 get underneath Duga, but Duga is just so smooth through the center of the corner. Out of the banking, puts the power down, and he drives away. John Couture is lurking there in third. Tina Ronning runs fourth, and under pressure from the 10, who's got some damage. That's Jordan Fiddler in the white cars today. A little bit of damage to that rear end. Duga starting to check out this one. He's got about a half car length advantage already. Closes back in though, and John Couture still pushing that 801 as well for second. Top three on their own in this one. Battle in the back of the pack as Tina Ronning almost gets into the 10, and here comes 5 of Rick Beals trying to mix it up. Battle for fourth place currently. They're both Ronning and a Fiddler. Meanwhile, up at the front, Couture still working over the back bumper of the 801. Duga in complete control of this one. He's checked out by about a half straightaway advantage. Duga strong after start to the season. He's had some speed and then wasn't able to put the whole race together. As we see, there comes Batman, John Couture, all over the backside of the 801. They're racing hard as they work through turn 1 and 2. Saying Duga, who's in complete control of this one. He looks like he could be a fast car at the start of the year, but just couldn't able. Wow, Dimitro and Couture really leaning on each other, even through 3 and 4 coming to the checkers. Flag in the air. Couture is going to grab second, but Duga going to take a lot to knock off Dustin Duga, who has found his rhythm, found his pace, and has had some good luck on his side. Looking for another feature win here at Merrittville in the V6s.
Social feeds as well as Merrittville.com.
And here come the Glow and Go Tanning 4 cylinders. We'll go on pole in this one. Clinton Barrick in the 09. Then it's Courtney Kokerick, Lafontaine, Randy Allway, Kyle Rothwell, Hadler, Hannah Rothwell, Nick Erskine, and Trevor Watt rounding out the field in this one. Barrick has elected to start at the back of the pack. That's going to actually move Lafontaine up. Whole inside row is going to move up. We should see quite a duel between Rothwell and Lafontaine in this one. Rothwell all over the back of Lafontaine already.
One spot closer to the front. And it's Tyler Lafontaine and Coke.
Row fires together at the cone in 4. Flag. Lafontaine away with this one. I'm trying to push the 96 down the front straightaway. Top 3 breaking away already as Kokerick hangs tough on the outside in the 3K. The back straightaway, 3-car battle for the lead down into 3 and 4. Lafontaine's going to come away with it. Rothwell trying to get to the inside of Kokerick. Oh, that was tight racing. Rothwell did a great job to stay off Kokerick, but you could tell he really wanted to put the power down, slide out wide. Comes Rothwell, gets to the inside of Kokerick. Get that second spot solely from the 3K, and Rothwell now sets his sights on the lead as the top 3 have broken away from the field in this one. Here comes Kyle Rothwell. He works to the inside of Lafontaine. The front stretch they go. Rothwell trying to make the play for the pass as we see the rest of the field coming through. Under yellow, as I believe the 71 has slowed and brought out the yellow. 1. D'Ortono is really excited about getting that 71 out on the racetrack. Piloting it tonight, but maybe soon. Is he back in control? flag in the air. Rothwell to the outside. Rick lurks there in third. And up into the fourth spot in that 64, and after forfeiting the front row, good run from Barrick, who is up to fifth, starting in the back of this one. Not piloting the 71 tonight, 71 junior. Half of Dortono. Breaking away in this one. Lafontaine in control. Rothwell trying to find a way around. Still running third. Well, now takes the lead. Looking to drive away in this one. Rothwell in control. One in the glow and go tanning 4 cylinders. Kyle Rothwell out in front, position he's used to being in this particular season. And had a bounty placed on his head. It got claimed. We get back to his consistent winning ways here. Alex honestly not letting the 114 get away, as we see all the way in the 34, a little slow. Rick mixing it up at 4th position with Erskine. Trying the high side. He's going to have lap traffic in his way as Barrick has rebounded. Flag in the air. One more time for our leaders. Kyle Rothwell, Tyler Lafontaine in control of this one, running away with it. Time through 3 and 4. Here comes Kyle Rothwell. He's going to start the night off right with in heat 1 of the glow and go tanning 4 cylinders here in Merrittville. From Lafontaine to hang tough there as well. Looks like that 96 is going to be part that Rothwell will have to work on beating, as glow and go tanning 4 cylinders have been tight racing far this year.
Rob Twitchett starts 7th and then 69.
Go for heat number 2 with Danny Worster on pole, John Lubeck on the front row as well. Green flag in the air. White briefly thought about getting to the outside of L, but it's actually going to be the 10 of Jay Moulton. Jay Moulton out of Niagara Falls in that 10. Way up into P2 already. Got a great start in this one. Working over the 14L. It's been strong. You wouldn't necessarily think of John Lubeck being maybe one of the strongest cars in this field, but he has shown a lot of speed throughout the season. He might be one of the ones who might be breaking through for a win very soon. Now, Kenny Hare getting a big win Friday night. Kenny Hare started in this one. Moulton, 2 as they race down the stripe. Looking to the inside of our leader. Get around the Fox body. Again, down into 3 and 4 to the inside of that 14L. Here they come. Quite get alongside Moulton's race. Meanwhile, behind them, just up to 3rd. Versus French in the 54, who started 6th, runs 3rd currently. Kenny Hare trying to come through there as well. The 5K had a strong run. Win Friday night. GForceTV Burger Barn bringing things back to Merrittville this Friday night for another show with the sprints, cylinders, and their Hoosier stocks on the bill. The lead is on. Moulton trying to take it away from Lubeck, still working over the side line, but can't find a way by the Port Colborne native. 3 and 4. Half lane to a lane higher than Moulton. I think that's what's allowing him to keep his speed up as the white flag waves one more time around. Lubeck driving away by about 3, 4, 5 car lengths up off the corner. Time into 3 and 4. Here comes John Lubeck. He's going to pick up the win in heat number 2 of the glow and go tanning 4 cylinders. Moulton. Here gets by French and will take 3rd. Tight battle at the line for 5th place. Taylor Rock sneaking in there and taking away 3rd place. Lineup for heat number 3. The Glow and Go Tanning 4-cylinders here at Merrittville on a Saturday night. Renzi on pole, and then it's Fabio Oliveri, Braden Cuse, Austin Worstro, War, Don Deagle, Rob Goulding, and Matthew Moore rounding out the field in this one. Jonathan Howe up in the booth with you. Hot, slick racetrack. Job by the track crew and staff to get things ready after back-to-back shows. Flag in the air, and Sorenzi is away with it. But Oliveri needs a little help from Worstro. Bump drafting down, and Cuse might get the car turned, and that's actually going to drop Worstro all the way to the back after that strong start. Sorenzi is going to drop back to about 4th, and now is under fire from the 10M of Goulding. This is happening behind our leader, Fabio Oliveri, who gets away with things from Ancaster. Up to second now. Barreled it into turn number 1. Made it stick, but at the same time, that actually cost Austin Worstro, who was about a lane ahead and took evasive maneuvers just to make sure there was no contact. And Trevor DeBoer coming into the top 3. 31 looks strong here once again. Making a move past the 31. On the back straightaway. Goulding on the inside, DeBoer on the outside. That battle is for 3rd place behind the top 2. Barry and Q still running 1-2. Gets the inside of DeBoer again as they work down into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. They're even trailing the Cuse 7B. He's had a great run last night. Keep up the momentum here in that 7B. Nearly winning the feature race on a Friday night. Friday for Merrittville Speedway, as we've got 2 on the schedule, courtesy Burger Barn. White flag. Fabio in control of this one. Dean looking stout at the front of the field. Right behind as he works down the back straightaway for the final time. Very into 3 and 4. It's a threat when he comes to Merrittville, and he looks strong. And once again here tonight, he's going to win heat number 3 for the Glow and Go Tanning 4-cylinders over Braden Cuse. Now hang on to 3rd over Goulding. Finding out your top 5 in this one, Donald Deagle. Now for the Rona Deutsch Building Center's modified lights, also presented by RM Racing Lubricants. Let's look at how heat number 1 is going to line up. On pole, Dave Cornish in the 291 with Riley Slater in the 6S to the outside. That's Tyler Winger, Chris Watson in row number 2. Row number 3, Slater and Sean Slater. Number 4, rounding out the field, Brent Bigelow and Ryan Anderson. Front row must fire together in this one at the orange cone on the initial start. We're underway. Slater doesn't get a great start on the outside, but Cornish gets away. And maybe the best start of them all goes to Tyler Winger. Winger coming on the outside, trying to challenge for the lead down the back straightaway. Josh Slater slipped up to 3rd, and here comes Chris Watson. Started 4th, now trying to take 3rd from Josh Slater as Tyler Winger goes to the lead as they come down the front straightaway. Then Cornish, Josh Slater, your top 4, and then here comes Brent Bigelow trying to break into the top 5. They're 4 wide down the back straightaway briefly. Being sorted out. Here's Bigelow trying to take more spots behind Chris Watson and Winger. Winger in control of this one. Winger almost had a win a couple of weeks ago at Merrittville Speedway and just couldn't quite close the deal. Made a little bit of a late mistake. Feels like he gave that one away. Looking for redemption here tonight. Watson, Bigelow. I believe that's the 09 of Sean Slater breaking into the picture as well, as he's up to 4th, and Josh Slater drops back to 5th. Slater trying to find a way around on the outside. Top 5 single file in this one. Chasing down Tyler Winger, who comes down on the front stretch in control. Sees 2 to go at the line. Back straightaway. Winger leads it by about a half straightaway. over Watson, who's trying to hang on to second from the hard-charging Brent Begelow. Begelow started on the final row of this one, the last row number 4, inside position. Good start, and he was quickly up into the mix in this one and now trying to get by for second. But everybody chasing Tyler Winger as he comes through. 4 for the final time. Winger will win heat number 1 in the Rona Deutsch Building Center's modified lights, presented by RM Racing Lubricants. See how they line up for heat number 2 of the Rona Deutsch Building Center's RM Racing Lubricants modified lights here at Merrittville. Part of Bobcat of Hamilton weekly racing Saturday night. Slider scheduled to go on pole, and then it's Tim Anderson alongside. Sean Iftani will start 3rd. Jeffrey May will start 4th. RJ Pitts will start 5th. Randy Giroux, an emotional winner, first-time winner last weekend at Merrittville. Gavin Hill will start 7th, and Craig Martin in the 22 rounds out the field in this one. The 8K of Hill. Back, he's got a late start on it. Martin moves to the inside, green flag in the air. Tight battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Trying to shoot up there and take away the lead as Anderson comes away with the lead down the backstretch, but he washes up wide, and here comes Jeffrey May to take the lead. Jeffrey May on the first lap. He cuts to the inside. First lap goes to Dylan Slider, who drops from the pole back to 5th. And hanging tough on that second spot, but here comes Randy Giroux in the 24. Giroux, keep the winning ways alive. Win here tonight. The inside trying to clear the 15. He'll do so. And now if Toddy lurks, but here comes Anderson back to fight second spot. It's happening behind your leader, Jeffrey May in the 23. May. Strong as he hits the stripe. Giroux, Anderson, Iftani, and now RJ Pitts starting to break into the top 5. He gets past 50 of Dylan Slider. Battles on for 3rd. Iftani, the man they call Cheeseburger, he's up to 3rd. Anderson, and don't look now, but Giroux is starting to close now that he's through the traffic. Jeffrey May can hang on to this one. Coming to the white flag this time, Jeffrey May. Does he have enough to hold off a hard-charging Randy Giroux? Flag in the air. Final time around Merrittville Speedway in heat number 2 of the Rona Deutsch Building Center's RM Racing Lubricants mod lights, and Jeffrey May control by about 5 car lengths, maybe a bit more than that. Giroux closes, but he's not going to get there. Jeffrey May will win heat number 2 over Randy Giroux. He hangs on to 3rd, and then it's Pitts and Anderson rounding out your top 5.
Up next will be Hoosier spots. Let's have a look at how heat number 10 in the 1J. Starting 8th, Kevin Knapp.
It's Hoosier stock time on a Saturday night. Look at how the lineup for heat number 1 in this one. To go on pole, Rob General in the 44. Then it's Devin Bacher in the 3B. Starting 3rd, Dave Small in the 7X. Mike Thorne in the 55 ride. 5th, Adam Plazek from Center, Ontario in the 41. Then it's Spencer Smolders in the 21. Jason Fontaine's in the 1J tonight. Kevin Knapp's in the 33, and Todd Gordon in the 48 will round out the field. General electing to start at the back. It looks like there might be a little bit of smoke coming off the 44 still. We saw that earlier in hot laps. How before tonight moves the inside line up 1 row. So Dave Small now on the front row alongside of Bacher, and they can start anywhere. They fire together at the orange cone.
Front row will fire together at the orange cone in 4. Here they go.
Flag in the air, and look at the 1J of Fontaine already making it 3 wide down into turn number 1. Small and Bacher battling hard for the lead, and Fontaine's going to come through to up to 3rd now, and he wants more as he's looking to the inside of Small down into 3 and 4. Bacher, Small, side by side, and give the lead to the 3B. Mike Thorne all over the back of the 7X. Tight racing early in the Hoosier stops. Here comes Mike Thorne back to the inside of Fontaine. Small's looking for the lead to the inside of Bacher. Here, Spencer Smolders on the outside. 6 cars under a blanket. Fontaine. The inside of Small. That's going to allow Bacher to get away with the lead. As they're side by side for second, it could be 3 wide down into 1 and 2. Spencer Smolders thinks smarter of it. And Mike Thorne goes all the way to the extreme low to try to clear the 33 of Knapp. Can't do it. Battles on for the lead. Here comes Jason Fontaine trying to take it away from the 3B of Bacher. He does. The 1J out front. Here comes Jason Fontaine. Need that one. Laps to go. And Smolders still battling. Bacher trying to hang on to second. Spencer Smolders comes through the field. Smolders started 6th in this heat, and now he's trying to take away second from the 3B, but that's all happening behind our leader, Jason Fontaine, as they thunder down into turn 1 and 2. Starting to get a little more spread out now as he's built about a 2-car length advantage over Bacher, who's single file. Smolders looking to the inside, nothing doing there. Small and Knapp battle side by side for 4th. And continues to lead. Mike Thorne lurking there just outside the top 5 as well. Goes on for 2nd. Smolders briefly to the inside of Bacher, but down the back straightaway. Bacher pulls away a little bit. Smolders maybe caught the inside wall there. He's onto it, but he'll drop back off the tail of 3B, and we'll see if Bacher's got anything left to go and run down the 1J of Fontaine. Out in control of this one early. Heat number 1 of the Hoosier stocks here at Merrittville Speedway. Go yellow here. Turns out we got a couple cars heading to the pits. Fontaine. Have a hard charging Bacher to hold off as ready to go back racing here.
Todd Gordon and General.
Quick yellow cars righted, cars to the pits. Fontaine hits the loud pedal when we're back under green. From Bacher. Knapp looking to the inside of Smolders for 3rd. Mike Thorne and Dave Smaller side by side for 5th. All that happening behind our leader, Jason Fontaine. Fontaine. Hard charging Bacher on his tail as he comes to the white flag. Final time into 1 and 2. Bacher looks low. Trying to get close enough to set up the move in 3 and 4. Do it. Fontaine. That nice smooth bottom line. He puts the power down and he'll see the checkers over Bacher. Smolders, Knapp, and Small just gets Thorne. Final spot in the top 5. As we roll heat number 2, let's look at how they're going to line up in this one. T. Huffman will go on pole in the 43. Donnie Lampman. Clint Nichols in the 43C. Ryan Beagle, Kyle Pellrine, Jeff Larmett. Murray and Dave Bailey, your heavy hitters on the final row in this one. Looks like Huffman is going to forfeit the pole position. That moves the inside line up 1 spot each. And put Hot Shoe. Well, he's one away from being called the Hamilton Hot Shoe. Nichols. Ross joked about it last night on the GForce broadcast. In a way, we'll see if tonight is the night to crown Clinton Nichols the Hamilton Hot Shoe. Flag in the air. And fighting hard on the outside, Donnie Lampman in the 28. Give you a bit of contact there with Beagle as Beagle drops back. And here comes Rob Murray and Dave Bailey quickly working their way up through the field on the inside row. But Nichols is going to get away with the lead. Then it's Pellrine, Lampman side by side. Beagle and Murray side by side. And Larmett hanging tough. The backside of Bailey as they work through 1 and 2. Racing behind the leaders. Kyle Pellrine is through up to 2nd. Murray, Lampman, and Bailey side by side. Pack of cars. Ryan slides up the racetrack, and here comes the M1 of Rob Murray. Trying to ground on Dave Bailey, who leads the season series by a few race wins, a few feature wins. Murray, the only man to beat Bailey in a Hoosier stock this year. Merrittville Speedway. And 2 feature wins. Looking for another one. This happening behind Clinton Nichols in the 43C, who is out in front, in control of this one. Ryan Murray side by side down the front straightaway. Here comes some drafting help, if you will, from Dave Bailey, who gives the bumper to Rob Murray. And that's going to open the door for Bailey to try to look to the inside. They could be 3 wide, heading down into 3 and 4, down the back straightaway. Here comes Murray. Murray by Pelrine. Side by side. Be 3 wide into 1 as Murray's all the way up on the high side. And is there, and Bailey lurks there on the bottom side. This is exactly what Clinton Nichols wants to see. He wants to make sure somebody holds up Murray and Bailey, as those two have been unstoppable here on the dirt at Merrittville in a Hoosier stock. They allow Nichols to run away and hide with the heat win, I should say. Nichols, Murray, and Bailey back to battling for third. Murray trying to track down our leader. Battle rages on behind Nichols and Murray for third. Bailey trying to take it from Pelrine. Flag in the air. Final time around Merrittville Speedway. Our leader, Clinton Nichols, in control of this one, the 43C. Advantage of Casey Huffman not making the start. Up 1 row, and he will lead. Win. Number 2. Hoosier stocks. Murray quite closed the gap there at the end, but that M1 looks fast again, and of course, will be a contender as well. Rolling here, let's have a look at how they line up. For 3 in the Hoosier stocks goes as follows: Go Fast Tipo on pole, and then it's Zach Bleach in the 108. Jim Lampman in the other 28 vehicle tonight. Third, Mark Fawcett in the 32. Starting 5th, Ron Logie. Starting 6th, Evan Curtis in the 2 Easy. Rob Crow's in the 17 tonight, and Cameron Lane in the 48C rounds out the field in this one. When Bleach fire together at the orange cone in 4. The dust on that orange cone, it almost looks pink from up here in the booth, but Bleach bring him in real slow. Flag waves, and it's Bleach who gets the jump. Tails it into 1, but has to play a little bit of defense, as Fawcett also got a great start as well on that 32. The person that did not get a great start, that was Teeple. Teeple in the 11 dropping now from behind from Lampman, as Evan Curtis is going to go around on the outside in the 2 Easy. Teeple dropping from 1st to 4th on the opening lap. And here comes Fawcett. Mark Fawcett in the 32 has put a lot of strong runs together as of late here at Merrittville Speedway, shown a lot of speed. Be the dark horse to knock off either Bailey or Murray. They're back yellow in this one. Cars in the back making contact. It was the Sea of Lane. Quickly being told to double up in this one. It's Fawcett, Bleach. Yes. You're back to green. Gets a good start, but Bleach hangs tough on that outside once again. I'm down into 1 and 2. Look at Evan Curtis lurking there on the bottom side as well. Bleach, Curtis. 3 single file, make that the top 4 now as Lampman starts working into the picture a little bit. Be battling with Teeple there for the final spot in the top 5. Fawcett is through to the lead as Bleach trying to hang on to 2nd over Evan Curtis. Bleach, Curtis, top 3. Goes upstairs trying to find a way around the 108. He'll cut to the middle, and that battle is on for 2nd. Flag in the air. That is from a fan. Yellow is out as well on the racetrack. I'm not seeing double back. Yellow, as it looks like Logie has stalled on the backstretch. Ron Logie, problem in that 97 car. Still a little help from the CAA tow truck. Get it rolling again. Should be able to get back with Logie trying to test out, feel out. Happening with that 97 to make it stall. And told to double up. We're going to get back to green here once again right away. Bleach, Curtis, Lampman, Crow, Ian Lane as well, rounding out the field in this one. The control car hammers it. The minute he sees the sport block in the middle of 3 and 4, and we are back to racing. Little the back door from the 108 of Bleach, who was all over Fawcett through 1 and 2. Fawcett escapes with about a half car length advantage. As here comes Evan Curtis again up on the outside. Curtis kind of way by for second in the too easy. He's got to play a little bit of defense as here comes Jim Lampman. Jim Lampman working into it as wow, Bleach goes for a slide. That could have got real hairy real quick. Allow Fawcett to get away. Fawcett stretches things out by a couple car lengths into 3 and 4. Jim Lampman trying to come through on the bottom. He'll get by, and now Curtis is looking to the inside as we might be 3 wide once again here. Curtis isn't going to get there, but Bleach maybe a little used up from Jim Lampman there as Lampman didn't touch him. He sure leaned on him pretty close. This now slides by the 108 of Bleach. 4. Island by themselves, our leader Fawcett's not really getting away, but he does look strong pacing the field at the front. Landon, Curtis, Bleach, your top 4. Battle on for second. The white flag, it's all Mark Fawcett. And 2 for the final time. Nobody's going to get to the 32 as and Curtis still battle side by side. In the air, it's Mark Fawcett who wraps up the heat win and knows Curtis gets second place. Big racing. Who's your stocks? On the Rick's Delivery Sportsman. RM Lubricants also on to sponsor the Sportsman this year at Merrittville Speedway. Also competing Sterling Silver Trophy tonight. Senior Sterling Silver Trophy. Did it a little later in the evening. They're going to roll off in this one. John Babyon on pole in the 62, and then it's Noah Mamo in the 3N to his outside. Jason Van Mill, Billy Bleach Jr., Terry Smith, Jay Mallory, Rob Sauter, Ryan Ferry, and rounding out the field in this one, Brad Rouse in a white 18R this week. Flag in the air. Wide already for the lead is looking. Bill trying to find a way around front row down the front straightaway. He smartly backs out of it, and that's actually going to allow Bleach to start closing in on the lead battle. Bleach coming around the outside. Bleach. Oh, wait. 3 wide behind them. Oh, a bit of contact to Smith. And I believe that's Van Mill. Yeah, Van Mill gets together with Smith as they work into 1 and 2. And, oh, Sauter just turns the 22. We're going to go under yellow here as those two are stopped on the backstretch. Sauter just dumped the 22. I'm not sure what exactly happened there. I saw a little bit of contact between Van Mill and Smith in the 22. And then just down the back straightaway, the 4S of Sauter just flat turned the 22. And they might not be done talking about this one as Smith gets the 22 righted. Sauter's rejoined at the back of the pack. Down the front stretch. We'll have to watch and see if any games get played here. A little bit of displeasure to Sauter. Flag back in the air. Here comes Mo to take the front spot. Bleach trying to find a way back by on the inside. He was briefly lined up with Mamo there. Ferry coming through as well on the 1F, and then it's the 20 of Mallory. Racing from the Sportsman here once again, 6 laps to go. All over the back of Mamo. Keep an eye if there's any more games that get played between Sauter and Smith at the back of the pack. I believe Rouse got involved in that one as well, maybe. The front. Still in control of this one. Side by side for 3rd place behind Billy Bleach. and Mallory battling. Now opens the door on the bottom side, and here comes Billy Bleach Jr. Bleach Jr. trying to take the lead on the inside, and looks like he might be able to do it. Mallory's going to try to take away third at the same time. Side by side for the lead, side by third. Great racing in the Sportsman. Through to the lead. Mamo now drops to second as Barry and Mallory battle behind. Bleach Jr. has found something in that 108. Starting to check out on the field in this one. You're trying to slip by the 3N of Noah Mamo. So on the inside, Ferry's trying to follow through in the 1F. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. They side for 5th behind them. Babyon and Sauter battling, and Sauter's going to take away that position. Top 5 about single file. Make that the top 7. What's happening is the white flag taken by our leader, Billy Bleach Jr. in the 108. At forward on the side for the 108 this year. Bleach looks strong for the final time through 3 and 4. In the air, he'll wrap up Heat 1 in the Rick's Delivery Sportsman RM Racing Lubricants Sportsman.
Heat number 2, Nathan Beatty scheduled to go on pole in this one in the 23N.
Off Heat number 2 here in the Rick's Delivery RM Racing Lubricants Sportsman. We'll go on pole in this one, Nathan Peaty in the 23N, and then it's Taylor Vanderzanden to his outside, David Flanagan in the 74, Rob Knapp is in the 2K, Luke Carlton in the 6B will start 5th, starting 6th, Greg Penante in the 99P. Starting 7th, Adam Leslie in the 15, starting 8th, Brent Bigelow in the 16, Jamie Porter's in the 18X, the black 18 that you're used to seeing Brad Rouse in. Right at the back of the pack in that 18X. No Nathan Peaty looks like. Flag in the air. And moves up to the front row with the absence of Peaty as they're 3 wide. Look at Carlton come through on the groove, trying to get past Leslie, and way up on the outside is Knapp trying to hold tough in the 2K. Meanwhile, back on for the lead between 74 and 74. You're not seeing double, folks. That's Vanderzanden in the 74X. I believe 74V on the side of the car. And then Flanagan in the other 74. Centennial Construction 74. Blyson and Dyson for the lead, but looks like Vanderzanden's going to come away with it as Carlton's up to 3rd now. Look at Luke Carlton come through the field. Started 5th. Great move to the middle, and now he's going to have to hold on to 3rd as here comes Leslie battling for 3rd. Leslie in the 15. Strong to the inside of Carlton. Vanderzanden continues to lead Flanagan. Side by side for 3rd. Here comes Greg Penante into the picture. Penante to the inside of Carlton after Carlton drops a spot to Leslie. Now single file as they work down the front stretch. In and out by a couple car lengths. And on to 2nd. Leslie, Penante, Bigelow. Carlton now dropping back. Penante and Bigelow have both gotten by. That happening behind the 74 of Vanderzanden. They now working over the other 74 on the field. That's Flanagan. Flanagan in the white 74. Centennial Construction on the side of that. Here comes Adam Leslie in the Sterling Lubricants ride. Almost touched down the front straightaway, and they're tight once again going into 1 and 2. Back on behind them as well as Penante briefly had to fight off a challenge from Brett Bigelow. Leslie coming through. Coming to the white flag as they battle behind them. Does anybody have any time? Takes to run down Taylor Vanderzanden. Vanderzanden out front. Back straightaway for the final time. The Robar 4V, we'll call it. Zanden. 3 and 4. Grab the win in heat number 2. Battle between Penante and Flanagan there, I believe, for 3rd as well. Racing. Here comes the field for heat number 3 in the Rick's Delivery Sportsman. Sportsman here tonight for the Bill Willard Sr. Sterling Silver Trophy. The lineup, Dan McKay's in the 13M on pole, and then it's Mitch Dumont to his outside. Friesen's in the 68 starting 3rd. Daryl Fairway in the 53 will start 4th. Sharp starts 5th in the 8S. Then it's Dave Mamo in the 3 Mamo. Starting 7th, James Friesen in the 72. Rounding out the field in this one, Cody McPherson in the 7. Leave. One car joining at the back of the pack. I think that is Nathan Petey, who missed the call for number 2, and he jumped in on this one. Green flag in the air. Out to the advantage early as they're seems like they're beating and banging through 1 and 2 down the front. Back straightaway they go. Sharp taking advantage of a good start. Sharp. Yes. Hey, Sharp. Hanging tough on the outside, trying to challenge for 3rd, or survive the challenge of 3rd, as here comes Friesen. MF worked his way up from the back of the pack and trying to follow suit as his on the outside of row number 4 was McPherson. In the 7. Hey, Friesen, Sharp. Drops back now to 5th position. McKay, a lot of hungry drivers and a lot of hard chargers to hold off if he wants to win this one. McKay played defense, cover off a pass attempt from Friesen as they're side by side behind him. McPherson and Sharp going to battle. Friesen goes to the top of the track, and Sharp's going to wash out up the top of the track. That's going to allow Dumont and Fairway to come back into the picture for the top 5. Hey, has to fight off. He's looking to the inside for the lead now. Couldn't keep it up on the outside. Now he's got to worry about McPherson for 2nd place. That's exactly what Dan McKay wanted to see. Although here comes McPherson for the lead. Cody McPherson to the inside. On the inside as they work through 1 and 2. McKay's on the outside. That's going to open the door for Friesen to follow suit. The white flag this time. Cody McPherson with the lead. Here comes JMF by McKay. Dumont back in the pictures. He's battling with Sharp. Top 5 single file for now. White flag in the air. McPherson in control of this one. Down the back straightaway. Final time through 3 and 4. Cody McPherson. A feature earlier in the week. He will win. Number 3. The Rick's Delivery Sportsman.
McPherson, Friesen, McKay, and Sharp, the top 5. Time now for the S&W Service Center 358 modifieds. Let's look at how they'll line up for heat number 1. Darren Van Mellen on.
Rolling out now, it's the S&W Service Center 358 modifieds. Let's have a look at how they line up tonight in heat number 1. Van Mill out of Welland will start on Bull in the 2 Cool, and then it's Shane Pierce in the 88. Dalton Slacks in the 3 RS on the inside of row number 2. To his outside, Chad Chevalier. Heavy Chevys in the 12. 5th, Mike Bowman in the 71. Freddie Carlton, fast Freddie Carlton. Name last weekend. He's looking to continue the success here tonight. He'll start 6th, and Tom Neal in the 2X rounds out the field. Dylan Pierce fire together at the orange cone in 4. A bit early on that one. Van Mill up to the lead regardless. As Pierce trying to make a challenge on the outside, and here comes Heavy Chevy. Slack and Carlton right behind them. On for the lead. Van has it. Pierce trying to take it on the outside once again, but here comes Heavy Chevy to battle for 2nd spot. Cool hangs on the lead for now. The Mountain View Homes vehicle out front. Chad Chevalier goes to the inside. He'll get by Pierce as Pierce washes up the racetrack. And here comes fast Freddie Carlton who follows inside of the 2 Cool. Chevy down the back straightaway. They're side by side for the lead. Pierce trying to follow through and maybe make it a 3-wide battle. Bowman lurking there on just the top. Oh, maybe a bit of contact with Carlton and the 2 Cool. Came together on the exit of 3 and 4 there. They'll drop another place as fast Freddie Carlton clears in the 96. Front straightaway. Heavy Chevy in the 12. He's over this one. Pierce trying to hang on a second. right by his sponsor here tonight. Niagara Employment Help Center's night here at Merrittville Speedway. 3 laps to go, and 96 that has that Employment Help Center on the side of it. Tim Hortons. Carlton trying to give a good showing here in heat number 1. It looks like he might have a hard time catching up to the 12th Chevys. They're side by side. 4th now. Bowman going around. Laps to go. Carlton there. It's a tight battle for the lead. 4. Carlton looks to the inside. Can't get there. Should not hit. Still leads it. 1 lap to go in heat number 1 of the S&W Service Center. 358 modifieds. Turn 4, Chad Chevalier, he's going to hang on and he'll take the win. Or Freddie Carlton, Pierce, Bowman, and Van Mill, your top 5. Lineup now in the S&W Service Center, 358 modifieds. Here's heat 2. Tanner Podwinski on pole with Dylan Davidson to the outside. Austin Woods in the 1XP, and then it's Scott Wood to his outside. Pete Snell in the 42 throwback machine. Lindbergh's on the outside in the 37S. And then rounding out the field at the back of the pack, Glenn Stiers is in the 0. Flag in the air, Davidson trying to hang tough on that outside. He's going to drop a spot. Wood gets by, and Wood's going to go by Podwinski as well. Austin Wood to the lead in the 1XP. Scott Wood trying to keep the power down way up on the outside. Look past Davidson, and Davidson drops another. Wood leads. Podwinski. Davidson and Lindbergh and Bicknell, they're chopping it up at the back of the pack. Wood trying to get to the inside of Podwinski and try to clear him down the front. Oh, that was off too close. If they didn't touch, that was very close. And Podwinski will back off the Scott Wood 38. Now Lindbergh's going to get by for 3rd. Wood trying to track down Austin Wood, who's in control of this one. Goes to the outside in the Henderson Pharmacy, 38. The pack, Davidson and Podwinski battle. Wood, that is. Still hangs on to the lead. Scott Wood using that high side early in this one. A lot of speed up there, and another driver who's found speed on the outside. Gary Lindbergh, who used the extreme high line a few weeks ago to wrap up a feature win. You know, he'll be strong here again tonight. Watching Wood and Scott Wood battle in front of him. Back straightaway they go. Scott Wood on the outside, trying to find a way past Austin Wood. Battle between Davidson and Podwinski as well for the 5th position. Still side by side for the lead. Lurks there in 3rd. Scott Wood noses ahead. Down into 3 and 4. Scott Wood's going to try to clear Austin Wood. He'll get down the front stretch. Just in time to get the white flag. Final time around Merrittville Speedway. Scott Wood in control. Austin Wood in the 1XP. Peters trying to get back to the inside. Can't do it. Time out of 3 and 4. Scott Wood will hang on and he'll win heat number 2 in the S&W Service Center 358 modifieds. This is how they line up for heat number 3. Trevor Wright on pole in the 09 with Todd Gordon to his outside. Then it's Tim Jones in the 15J. Tyler Willard in the 777 starting 4th, starting 5th. Darren Peters in this, and then missing in this one. Out of frame, Matt Williamson. Flag in the air. It's Wood. Right. Battle, and here comes Willard, passed by Jones. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway for 3rd. Gets by, can clear. He'll try to get by Gordon now for 2nd as Trevor Wright gets away with the lead. Matt Williamson still lurking in the back of the pack. Not sure if there's an issue with that vehicle or just something out here in the heat laps, but 5 on their own in this one. It's Gordon. Peters in the 1P and the 15J of Tim Jones. The high side is, maybe a bit of contact there between Willard. He got awfully scrambly, and I believe Dave tagged the front end of the 1P. Tagged by the front end of the 1P. Not sure what exactly happened there. this action happening behind our leader, Trevor Wright. 09 Beamsville native. Looks to the inside of Gordon, can't get there. Peters looks to the inside of Willard now. Briefly. Side by side for second. Willard trying to take it. Oh, Gordon may have been awfully close between Willard and Gordon there as Gordon slides up the racetrack, and he might give up third now as Peters goes to the inside. Darren Peters trying to find a way around. Willard. Peters cleared Gordon. Gordon trying to challenge now the Blue Moon Potatoes 28. Jones, 15J, high side. Right in control of this one. Willard has anything to say about that. Trying to track down the 09. 3 and 4. Here comes Wright. A car length over here that was straight. Needs to go. Moving up the racetrack, but not finding any speed there. He's going to drop another car length. Close that distance through 3 and 4. On the outside is Willard in the 777. That time much better than 3 and 4. He finds a little extra speed, and he'll get to the back bumper of Wright. It's not over yet. Trevor Wright fabricating on the side of that 09. 3 and 4. Peters and Willard are there. They're lurking. Not going to get there. Trevor Wright hangs on. He wins. Heat number 3.
The People's Choice since 1968.
People's Choice since 1968.
Queenston Chevrolet Buick GMC, the People's Choice since 1968.
Hey guys, my name is Jose and welcome to Queenston Chevrolet Buick GMC. Today I want to talk to you about what makes us stand out and apart from other GM dealerships. So we're family owned and operated since 1968. In those years, we've been actively involved in our community through numerous endeavors. We're also a proud member of the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce. So our GM dealership has won multiple awards throughout the years for sales, parts, and service. So as a thank you to our customers, we have a loyalty rewards program. So any expense that you do at our dealerships will get you points and money. The points you can unlock rewards with, so like details, you get free gift cards once in a while as well. The money you can save up and use for the purchase of your next vehicle. Also, if you show the cards at our local merchants that are partnered with our program, you will get discounts like at Montana's or Turtle Jack's. You get exclusive discounts and promotions. Additionally, we also have a very large lot and inventory, lots of trim levels, lots of colors for you to choose your perfect vehicle. Thank you. Remember to visit us online on QueenstonChev.com or come say hi in person at our dealership so we can show you why we have been the people's choice since 1968.
There are a lot of things in this world that are fake. Your food shouldn't be one of them. Pinty's Man Cave Chicken Wings. Authentic food for real people. Crave the cave, friends. Pinty's Man Cave.
A guy like this who relies on his truck for work knows that his truck will take care of him if he takes care of his truck. And WeatherTech has always been the ultimate protection. From floor liners to no-drill mud flaps to tech liner for your truck bed to bump step to the handy under-seat storage system. And Cup Foam keeps phones secure in any cup holder. Order your ultimate protection today at weathertech.ca.
It's feature time here at Merrittville Speedway as part of our Bobcat of Hamilton weekly racing Saturday evening show. James Auto V6 is up first. We're racing to a race hunger next Friday as well, collecting non-perishable food items before the big show Friday night. Merrittville Speedway will be collecting the food items for Open Arms Mission Friday, August 13th, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Come for an exciting night of racing with the 360 sprints, crate sprints, Hoosier stocks, 4 cylinders, and then look for the OAM truck as you enter. Open Arms Mission is grateful for all you do to help erase hunger in our community. Out of Hamilton, weekly racing presented by Niagara Employment Help Centers. Make sure you find your job in Niagara using Niagara Employment Help Centers. Now they roll off in the V6s here. Ronning will be on pole at Stevensville, Ontario in the 27. Then it's Josh Dimitro in the 801. Jordan Fiddler starts third in the 10 at Port Colborne, starting fourth. Dustin Duga from Welland, Ontario in the 14. Zach Dimitro will start fifth in the 88. Starting sixth, John Couture, the Batman ride out of Niagara Falls, Ontario, and rounding out the field in this one, Fields from Port Colborne, Ontario in the 5. Anybody has anything to hold off Duga, who has been the dominant car in the V6s thus far this season. Necessarily start out that way. I think he had, if I remember correctly, maybe some mechanical problems, accident problems at the start of the year, even though he looked fast all season, that 14 DD. But over the last couple features, he's really broken out as the star of this class. We'll see if he can keep that momentum rolling tonight. I know Josh Dimitro in the 801, he'll definitely want a piece. 14 DD as the SLM Recycling U-Pick Auto Parts pace car is in. Flag in the air. Racing already is look at Duga. Almost a copycat of the heat race earlier in the night. Except Duga washes up the racetrack, as does the 27 of Ronning. And that allows Dimitro to get away with the lead. But here comes Duga back to the inside as they're battling for the lead. Dimitro looks to the outside, tries to cross over the. No, that was awfully close. Oh no, Ronning gets a little bit of contact from man ride. Lots of chaos in that corner. Dimitro. Tough. Best thing in his rearview mirror right now is John Couture trying to take away second from Duga. Back straight away, Duga gaps Couture for second by a couple car lengths. Says, oh, there's contact behind them as here comes Ronning. Oh, and he gets Beals and Fiddler all go around. Fiddler made the least of that one. He'll keep going as Ronning and Rick Beals tight in the back of the pack, and now we're under yellow as those two cars have come to a stop up on the high side of 3 and 4. Duga, front row, they can fire together. I mean, Dimitro can fire anywhere between the 4 o'clock and the orange cone. He brings him in for a slow restart. Underway in this one. Dimitro. Hang tough is now. Oh, he gets together with Couture. Couture goes around on the start of this one. That brings out a yellow if Couture can keep it going. Dimitro just shut the door on John Couture. Battling for the lead up at the front once again as maybe a bit more contact there. Yellow flag in the air as Couture finally gets it righted. He'll feel the heel of the yellow flag. Is in session on a Saturday night. Might be able to still come through the field in this one, but he's going to have a lot of work to do. His Fiddler is fast at times too, but they're all chasing. 14 double D is more contact in the back. Duga gets away with a clean restart, but Ronning and the 88 get together. Dimitro and the 88, and Ronning once again parked on the back straightaway. We'll see if that brings out a yellow. It does. Dustin Duga survive and work for it. Dustin Duga. Have anything for him. It's a single file restart. Cars left in what has almost been a bit of an enduro demolition derby. Short form of this one. 8 laps to go. Single file trying to get some laps on the board, and Dimitro doesn't seem to have the pace. He gets close on corner entry, but Duga just gets such a great launch off on the front stretch. Stretches things out a couple car lengths over the hydraulics 801 of Dimitro. Dimitro goes to the inside. Doing there a little bit of To the 14 DD. That's just cosmetic. Looks like it's flapping in the breeze down the back straightaway as he washes up the racetrack that briefly opens the door for Dimitro, and Dimitro closes in. Now at a half car length. 6 laps to go. Dimitro was so close to making some contact down the back straightaway. That might have been his best chance. I'm not sure that it's... Dimitro's got the speed. He looks again to the inside. Couture lurking there as well in the 0. In the Batman ride, oh, they together with Dimitro early in this one, found himself around in 1 and 2, and now he's got to get by that 801. Dimitro shut the door hard on Couture. They made contact. That brought out a yellow. In front of the field is hoping for no more yellows. Work hard enough. He's flapping in the breeze. Battles on for second. Couture wants it. He's trying to find a way around on the outside. Can't do it. Inside now. Dimitro looks once again, but Duga actually up the racing track just a little further through that time through 3 and 4. 3 laps to go. He's got a tiptoe up there. He can't the cushion and find himself sliding off the racetrack. Finding himself spinning around. Exactly what Dimitro or Couture would want to see here, but Dimitro gets a little squirrely that time through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. Trying to find a way around Dimitro to challenge for the lead. He can't do it through 1 and 2. Battle is on for second. Fiddler in the 10 has damage, but trying to survive this one for a 4th place finish. Dimitro. Make it stick on the bottom. Duga still out in front. It's Duga. Couture, 1 lap to go. Time down the back straightaway. Dimitro closes in. It's a half car length. Now it's a car length as Duga puts the power down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Dimitro's not going to get there. Dustin Duga hangs on and he'll win once again in the James Auto V6s. Win over Dimitro. Couture. Fiddler will round out the running cars at the end of that in the 10. Let's have a look at the field in the Glow and Go Tanning 4-cylinder. Scheduled to go on pole in this one. Clinton Barrick out of Port Colborne, Ontario in the 09. Then it's Courtney Kokorick in the 3K. Starting 3rd, John Lubeck out of Port Colborne, Ontario in the 14L. Fabio Oliveri out of Ancaster, Ontario is in the 16. Starting 5th, Tyler Lafontaine in the 96T. Starting 6th, Jay Moulton from Niagara Falls, Ontario in the 10. Then Braden Cuse is in the 7B. Starting 7th. Starting 8th, Lyle White out of Schweeken, Ontario in the 62. Austin Worstrow in the 71W out of Niagara on the Lake, Ontario. Kyle Rothwell rounds out the top 10 in the 114. Then it's Ken Hare, Trevor DeBoer, French. Adler out of Thorold, Ontario starts 13th in the 60. In 14th, Chris French is in the 54. Starting 15th, Donald Deagle's in the 12. Of Goulding, 10M, and he'll start 16th out of Welland, Ontario. Nick Erskine will start 17th. Bedford, Ontario in the 64. Taylor Rocks in the 91. Hannah Rothwell out of Welland, Ontario will start 19th in the 19. At the field, Rob Twitchett in the 69. Matthew Moore starts 21st in the 14M. Randy Always in the 34. Danny Worster's in the 44. Ray Sorenzi is in the 71C. Trevor Want in the 71 Junior. And Rob Shaw scheduled to go last on the field in the 519. Green flag in the air for the Glow and Go Tanning 4-cylinders. Eric doesn't get going, and that scrambles the field down the front stretch. Everybody spreading out as they're 4 wide at one point as they settle into turn number 1. What goes wide? Lots of chaos early in this one. 15 laps here in the 4-cylinders. With the lead on the first lap. Dean Moulton in the 10, who works his way up from 6th. Lafontaine now runs third, trying to take that spot away from Oliveri. Blyson and Dyson in the back of the pack as Hare and Kokrick battle. Rothwell lurking there as well for about 5th place. Back also there, and DeBoer as well. Great racing just outside the top 5. He's got that 09 running pretty strong once again, but he drops another couple spots as Cuse and the 10M of Goulding get around. As one car, whoa, sideways, that's Lubeck right in front of the field. Here, under yellow is the 519 of Rob Shaw has looped it in 3 and 4. They're also involved in that in the 44. Coming back to green this time, Mallory, Perry, LaFontaine, Worstro. Start. He gets away with the jump. LaFontaine trying to find a way past the 16. Kenny Hare looking strong to the inside. Down the front, down into 3 and 4 off the back straightaway. We got about 10 cars that have broken away into their own little mini pack, very similar as last night. Battling in the back of the pack is Rothwell, Hannah Rothwell that is bouncing off some cars. 2 distinct packs forming. Contenders up at the front. They're 4 wide at the back of the pack, bouncing off each other. 3 and 4 though, the battle's on for the lead. Moulton trying to take it away from LaFontaine on the outside. LaFontaine trying to clear the 10. And Burstro is there as well, now up to 3rd. Here comes Kyle Rothwell challenging Oliverian Hare. So trying to find some redemption. That 71W disqualified. And at Merrittville Speedway did not pass Tech. Are clean and green this time. Burstro trying to find a way by LaFontaine as he looks to the inside. Drops back to 3rd. Hare is there. Rothwell is there. Great racing at the front of the field in this one. Side by side for the lead. LaFontaine still in control. Yellow flag is back out. Worster looped it on the front stretch. See what happened to that 42, but he slowed, couldn't get it righted, and we go back under yellow. Flag in the air. Here comes LaFontaine. Worstro goes to the inside. Wide for 3rd place. Racing at the front of the field. And Worstro trying to run away and hide with it, as he's got a lot of hard chargers behind him, including Kyle Rothwell, who has been virtually unbeatable. And Rothwell is there. He'll pull alongside his TMR Racing. Our gang trying to find a way around Worstro. Full looking race car. Really shines bright under the lights here at Merrittville. As we got more cars jamming up at the back. I think that was Hughes might have got a piece of the inside wall from 3 and 4. White has a problem as well. It looks like we're going to stay green. The front, Worstro trying to find a way to the lead. Down the back straightaway now. Well, is dealing with LaFontaine in that 96T. They're side by side. See what Worster wants to see. He wants to see a battle behind him. Somebody's got to make Rothwell work hard. Roll auto parts on the back bumper of that 71, and he wants that logo to be super clean because that is the means further away he is from the rest of the packs. Coming to 5 to go this time. How about Trevor DeBoer, who's worked his way up into the top 5 as well in that 31. Some lap traffic. Here comes the 19 of Hannah Rothwell that the field will have to negotiate. On the back straightaway, this could be a learning moment for Hannah Rothwell as Kyle Rothwell comes through on the outside. He looks to get by cleanly. And Worstro still continues to lead. LaFontaine and Rothwell still battle for 2nd. Pens are trying to come through as well. We're in the sandwich. 4th in that 31. EMR teammates up front in front of DeBoer. 2 10 cars, the 10M and the 10 by side as well. 2 laps to go for our leader, Austin Worstro. More lap traffic in front of him. 3 laps to go. Drill. To negotiate the lap traffic of White, can't do it cleanly down the front straightaway. That's going to allow Rothwell right to the back bumper. Here comes Kyle Rothwell. 14 is clear of the 96T. Nope, LaFontaine looks to the inside again. DeBoer is there. Ford. Single file now. It's in Worstro trying to hang on. Yellow flag is out. 1 car up on the high side of 4. That might be John Lubeck. Stopped in the 14L. Can't see the decals or the color from this angle. Back under yellow, and the CAA tow trucks back onto the racetrack. Single file restart. Austin Worstro trying to hang on. Austin Worstro gets a good start. Kyle Rothwell drops a car length down the front straightaway. Laps to go. Green light checker to settle it. Staying single file for the most part through the top 5. Olivier Larocque trying to get to the outside of Moulton in the 10. Austin Worstro keeping Kyle Rothwell behind him. White flag in the air. Final time into 1 and 2. Rothwell is there. He looks to the inside. Worstro. Back for now. Down the back straightaway. Kyle Rothwell trying to set up the move. He looks to the outside. He'll try to cut to the inside. Worstro hanging tough in the 71W. Turn 4. And Worstro will hang on and he'll take the win over Kyle Rothwell. Tyler LaFontaine wraps up 3rd. Great run for Trevor DeBoer as well, who hangs on to 4th. So it's redemption for Worstro. Back to victory lane. Now for the Rona Deutsch Building Center's RM Racing Lubricants Modified Lights. Up behind the U-Pick Auto Parts SLM Recycling pace car, and let's see how they line up in this one. Anderson going on pole out of Port Colborne, Ontario in the 15. Then it's Tyler Winger in the 4 out of Fort Erie, Ontario. 3rd, Sean Iftati in the 27. Starting 4th, Chris Watson out of Niagara Falls, Ontario in the 07. 5th, Jeffrey May out of Mount Hope, Ontario in the 23. Starting 6th, Josh Slider from Port Colborne, Ontario in the 17. Starting 7th, RJ Pitts out of Port Colborne, Ontario in the 26. Starting 8th, John Slider's in the 09 tonight. Starting 9th, Randy Giroux looking to keep up the winning ways in the 24. Starting 10th, Brent Bigelow in the 16. 11th, Dylan Slider, 50. Slider will start alongside Dylan in the 6S out of Port Colborne, Ontario. Starting 13th, Ryan Anderson in 44. Then it's Craig Martin out of Grimsby, Ontario in the 22. Hill from Welland, Ontario in the 8K. And rounding out the field in this one, Dave Cornish from Dunnville, Ontario in the 291. Out on the pace car. Coming to green this time. The Winger. Write a redemption story of his own. If Toddy and Watson lurk behind them. Field. May, who starts 5th, was fast, won a heat earlier in the night. Anderson and Winger to lead him to green. They can fire together at the orange cone in 4. Flag in the air. Trying to hang tough on the outside, but Anderson probably got the jump in that one. Anderson can't hang on to it through 1 and 2. Winger is going to try to go around the outside. Watson trying to clear of Toddy. And May settles into 5th as Josh Slider watches up the racetrack. And here comes Slider. It's Andrew racing about middle of the pack in this one. But Tyler Winger, he'll get away and lead lap 1. We're going 20 laps here tonight. leads. And hanging tough in that 15, trying to challenge back to the inside. Holding on to third as Jeffrey May is taking over fourth as if Toddy drops a few more spots up on the outside. Through the 09 of Sean Slater to the inside of Iftadi now. Drew, meanwhile, has settled back in the line after thinking about going 3 wide. Watson, oh, maybe Watson's got a problem. Chris Watson washes up the racetrack. He collects May, but May hangs on to third as Watson gathers it back in, and he'll run about mid-pack now. The 4 spots in total. Giroux trying to find a way past Watson. The Slider doing battle. Racing throughout the field in the mod lights early. Up the front, it's all Tyler Winger right now as Jeffrey May's gone around Anderson 15 ride. Anderson fighting back to the inside. Side by side down the back straightaway, trying to catch Tyler Winger. Got a caution. Giroux involved in that one. It damaged that front end. Can't tell if that's camber or if that wheel is bent a little bit, but the night that Randy Giroux wanted early in this one. We'll see if he can rebound. Fly back in the air. Tyler Winger trying to lead him across the straight, but it's Jeffrey May who pokes out ahead as the restart gets going. 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead. Side by side for second. Slider looks to the inside of Begalo. Begalo shuts the door. Jeffrey May is going to come away with the lead in this one. Jeffrey May up in front. Try to run away with this one, and Winger hold pace. Begalo and Slider now battle for 5th position on the racetrack. Slider trying to take it away from Begalo on the inside. Iftadi's trying to fight back on the outside to get to second, and he'll try to pull even down into 1 and 2 with Winger. Can't do it. Out by a couple car lengths. Jeffrey May in control of this one. Tyler Winger be happy with the lead as, oh, 1 car into the inside guardrail. I think that was Begalo. Yeah, Brent Begalo. He didn't touch the inside wall. That was pretty close. But he gathers it up, keeps the Seaway Fluid Power 16 control, and we stay green in this one. Settles in behind the battle. Giroux and Dylan Slider in the 50. So many sliders in the racetrack. You gotta try to keep track in this series which one is which. Starting to battle up at the front is Josh Slider, who was the dominant car last year in the mod lights, but hasn't had the same success as yellow flag back on the racetrack. Sliders, it's Dylan Slider. Dylan Slider in the 50 has looped it inside of 1 and 2.
Had a great night with those series last night as part of a border bar night here.
Back straight away. Coming to green flag once again, May and Winger. Got the better of Winger that last restart, but he goes to the inside, and now Winger will have the outside position. Will that make a difference? Lights out on the U-Pick Auto Parts SLM Recycling pace car. It's in flag in the air. May gets a great restart, and not as if Toddy almost pulled even with Winger down into 1 and 2. 3 wide behind them for 4th. Here comes Anderson Slider and Josh Slider on the bottom. Slider trying to take away 5th position now and looking for 3rd as we got a battle for the lead. Winger looks to the inside of May. May hangs on the lead for now, but Winger is looking, he's lurking there on the inside line. He's into about 2 car lengths. He hangs tough in the 3rd spot. Slider in the 09 trying to take that away. Tyler Winger is determined to find a way around May. Like he closes in corner entry, but May seems to stretch things back out on corner exit. Continue to do battle. May. It's that one again. Laps to go in this one. Deeper in the pack. Pitts, Anderson, and Begalo battling. Winger looks to the inside once again, showing the nose, but he just can't quite pull even with the leader, May. If Toddy hangs on to third, and he's running comfortably there in the 27. Slider in the 09 can't find a way by. Again, Winger pulls even, but that time they're much closer. Battles on for the lead. Tyler Winger trying to take it away from May. Winger led early. May got him on a restart. He got another caution, got another restart. Winger couldn't find a way by on the initial start, but now is starting to challenge for the lead. They're side by side out of 4. May down the front stretch, still leads it. The Winger is there. Once again into 1 and 2, they're side by side. Tight battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Trying to clear this time through 3 and 4. Can he do it? Will do it. Great move from Tyler Winger. He sends it into the inside row. Take the lead from May. Now May works to the high side. May trying to fight back. Tyler Winger, Jeffrey May. A show here in the Rona Deutsch Building Center's RM Racing Lubricants Modified Lights on Magger Employment Help Center night here at Merrittville. On for third behind them now as if Toddy 09. Tight battle for third as Slider. Slider trying to take place, and Brent Pegalo coming through now as well. Laps to go. Winger leads it comfortably. He's starting to check out on Jeffrey May. Trying to hold on. So close, been so fast some nights here. The white flag is waving. Winger one more trip around Merrittville. He's down the back straightaway into the 3 and 4 for the final time. Tyler Winger wrap up the win. He comes back, beats Jeffrey May, and will take the checkers here. Tyler Winger wins the Rona Deutsch Building Center's Modified Lights. Racing Lubricants also on the card. Thanks for sponsoring Modified Lights, who put on a heck of a show here once again between two of the best, Winger and May. Stocks rolling out onto the racetrack now, coming down the front stretch. This is how they will line up. Fast Teeple on pole out of Thorold, Ontario in the 11. Then it's Devin Bacher from Hagersville, Ontario in the 3B. Lampman will start third. Zach Bleach starts fourth in the 108. Dave Small in the 7X will start fifth, starting sixth. Clinton Nichols in the 43C, starting seventh. Jim Lampman in the 28. Mike Thorne will start eighth in the 55. Ninth, Ryan Beagle. Then it's Mark Fawcett alongside. Kyle Pelrine starts 11th. Spencer Smolders 12th. Evan Curtis, Jason Fontaine, Rob Murray, Rod Crow, Kevin Knapp, Dave Bailey, Todd Gordon, Jeff Larmett, Cameron Lane, Rob General, Ron Logie, Adam Plazik, and Casey Huffman as we got a full field of Hoosier stocks thundering into turn number 1. Wide down the back straightaway. Battles on as well for second. And Lampman can make that for fourth. Battles on for second as well between Bleach. Take it on the outside of Teeple as Bacher gets away with the lead in this one. It's a jockeying for his position in the back of the pack. Fontaine 4 wide with Bailey and Murray and Knapp. Right down into 3 and 4. Bit of contact there as Fawcett trying to come through the field as well. Dave Bailey started 18th in this field. Let's see how fast he works his way to the front. Determined driver here at Merrittville, and he has been strong and fast all season long. Been beaten twice, and those 2 times were by Rob Murray. Battling down the front straight away from mid-pack. It's happening behind our leader, Devin Bacher, who's in control in the 3B. Bailey and Murray still slicing and dicing. Bailey trying to shoot the gap. Here comes Dave Bailey down the back straightaway. We got Thorne on the outside. Pelrine to the inside. Fawcett. Oh, more contact. Squirrely off turn 4. Looks like they're going to hang on. Stocks beating and banging early in this one. The fastest cars work to come through the field. Another car that's been fast. Oh, more contact. I think Fontaine and Pelrine got together. 3 single file. Lampman all over Smolders down into 1 and 2. Trying to sort out the top 5. a brief moment in time, we have single file racing amongst the top 5. It's Bacher, Leach, Bacher in the 3B out of Hagersville, Ontario. Run away with it early in this one. He's stretched things out, but Bleach is starting to work back in. Bleach. Wait. Newly dubbed, almost newly dubbed. Hamilton hot shoot. Ross last night in the booth. To call. Goes the Hamilton hot shoot, but he's going to need to get to victory lane before we can officially dub him that title. Front stretch they go. Nichols going to drop a spot to Bailey, who takes the spot on the outside. Dave Bailey battled a little something last night. On the high side, Rob General into the pits in the 44. Bailey trying to track down Bleach. They're 3 wide for a brief moment for about 6th place. Look at Smolders way up on the outside through 1 and 2. Elrine working over Jim Lampman as they're 3 wide. Beagle and Fontaine doing battle. Fawcett and Murray and Small there as well. Keep racing from the Hoosier stocks. Front stretch. As mirror full of Smolders as more cars get contact. I believe that's the lap car of Lane and Jim Lampman in the 28. Both involved in that one. 48C of Lane. Traffic. Together with Jim Lampman, and we're under caution. Coming to the restart. Here comes Bacher and Bleach to lead them. Bailey lurking there in 3rd. Clinton Nichols. Fontaine takes them 3 wide for 5th. Jason Fontaine on the inside in the 1J. The M1 behind him as well as they're 3 wide now for 6th. 5. Way. And here comes Dave Bailey, the Brewster Baker Queenston Chev 49. Coming through to the lead as he works over the 3B. Back to the pack. They're beating and banging on each other. Everybody stays straight. We stay green, and Bailey stays on point in this one. Bailey. A little something last night to beat Rob Murray. Toe into the moat at times just to make some speed and catch up to the M1. For another win here tonight at Merrittville, and kind of Hamilton weekly racing here at Merrittville as Smolders and Bleach look like they're getting together. Rob Murray trying to break into the top 5. Yellow flag in the air. Crosses the stripe. The yellow is back out. And we'll feel the, I believe that's the 43C who's just made a trip to the pit lane as well. Not sure if Nichols got a piece of that or was maybe there was some debris from the accident, but Clinton Nichols takes it to the pits. Does Devin Bacher have anything for Dave Bailey? That'll be the story, not on the restart. Bailey jumps away with it. Here comes the 1J of Fontaine. 8 laps to go. Fontaine, he'll slip by the 3B. Jason Fontaine have anything for the Brewster Baker 49 of Dave Bailey. Racing for about 5th on back as 1 car up and 2 cars straight into the outside of Fawcett. Because I like to come through with the win, and I think the 7X of Dave Small has got a problem as well. Flat tires on both those vehicles came together and caused those flats to each other. To go. And we're back under yellow. That just couldn't get going with that flat tire, and we go back to yellow. The CAA tow truck's back on the scene. Bailey will have the 1J of Fontaine to hold off on this restart. Flag in the air. Bailey And gets a much better start than Bonker did on that last restart. And they're side by side as they work into one. Kane trying to find a way by on the inside as Murray stacks up for a brief moment. He had to lift to avoid contact with Bonker. Into 3 and 4. Dave Bailey away with the lead. He'll clear Fontaine. Beagle is now up to third. Beagle in the 84 RK gets by the 3B, and here comes Rob Murray to mix things up as well as he's knocking out the back door of Devin Bonker. By side for third once again. Bonker in the 3B trying to take it back from the 84 of Beagle. Payne looks to the inside, but he's not going to get to Murray. Excuse me, to Bailey. Bailey in control of this one. J.F. Fontaine about a half car length back. Top two trying to settle it amongst themselves with 5 laps to go. Bailey stretches things out down the front stretch. Alpha 4 for Bailey. Flag back in the air, and I believe Kyle Pellrine involved in that one. And goes to the pits. Go back to yellow, and Bailey will have to hang on for another one. Auto Parts, SLM Recycling. B. Cooper is in. Great restart there. Fontaine couldn't keep with them. Now Fontaine has to play defense as Bonker and Murray are there charging hard, trying to take away the second spot. Down back straight away. Slides up the racetrack as he battles with Curtis. 3 wide for a brief moment. Smolders thought about trying to take it 3 wide down the front stretch, but Bonker and Murray continue to battle for that third spot. Curtis and Bleach battling for 6th. Knapp, Thorne, Larmett, Logie, who's recovered well. All this behind our leaders. Murray, Murray and Bonker may have got together there as we saw Bonker wash up the racetrack, and now Murray gets to the inside of Bonker. The inside line is where Rob Murray prefers to run, and he will try to make the pass and clear the 3B for third. At the front, Dave Bailey leads by 2 car lengths. You'll see the popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Murray and Bonker still side by side for that third spot. 1 and 2, so silky smooth. Fontaine not running a bad line, not running a bad time, but just can't seem to find a way to keep up pace and put any pressure on Bailey. The white flag this time. 1 more to go. Bailey for another feature win. Double down this weekend. Time into 3 and 4. Here comes Dave Bailey, uncontested. He'll win another one at Merrittville Speedway. It's Dave Bailey, the Kingston Chev 49, taking the win over Fontaine, Murray, Smolders. Racing from the Hoosier Stocks once again here at Merrittville Speedway.
Rob Murray in the M1, Spencer Smolders in the 21 rounding out 4th and 5th. Devin Bonker hangs on for a great showing in 5th.
Bricks Delivery, Sportsman, RM Racing Lubricants. Beating Sterling Silver Trophy a little later in the evening, so it's S&W Service Center 3:58 modified time. Podwinski in the 72 will lead him to green. Then it's Trevor Wright, Shane Pierce, Dylan Davidson, Gordon Dalton Slack, Austin Wood, Tim Jones, Chad Chevalier, Scott Wood, Tyler Willard, Mike Bowman, Pete Bicknell, Darren Peters, Fred Carlton, Gary Lindbergh, Matt Williamson, Tom Neal, Derek Van Millen, Glenn Stiers leading them to green. Pinsky away with the advantage in this one. Wide in the back of the pack. No pack. Scott Wood trying to come through. He's battling with Jones, and now we'll wash into Slack. Slack washes up the racetrack, and he's going to drop a spot. Lots of time costed by Scott Wood there, as that was a bit of an aggressive move, but Scott Wood has a fast 38 car. He showed it in the heats early in this one. It's going 35 laps here tonight. Slow. That's the Trevor Wright 09. Wright's got a problem. That's going to put us under yellow. Trevor Wright in 09. That Chevalier stopped on the inside stripe here as well, just after the Tim Hortons finish line. Heavy Chevy in the Rick's Delivery 12. Stop.
Chad Chevalier will feel the heel of the yellow flag.
Lights out on the U-Pick Auto Parts pace car. Pierce. Podwinski to lead at the green. Podwinski gets a great start. Davidson. The inside of Gordon. Scott Wood is there. Austin Wood is there. Tim Jones is working there. Mike Bowman as well. Lots of heavy hitters in this modified field tonight. And they're all starting to drift towards the front. They're all chasing Tanner Podwinski right now. Podwinski in 72. 2 laps. It's showing weeks ago here at Merrittville Speedway. Saturday night. The improvement out of the Tanner Podwinski 72 program this year. Fastest car right now seems like it's Scott Wood, who's trying to find a way into the top 3 to the inside of Todd Gordon. Gary Lindbergh starting to come through the field as well. Lindbergh, who started 16th on the grid in the 37S, you know he will be a factor when this one is done. Bill Willard Sr. Sterling Silver Trophy handed out in the Sportsman at Merrittville Speedway. Pierce sending Willard on the side of the race car right now, showing well. Concrete trucking on the side of the 88. Pierce trying to track down Podwinski, can't do it, as here comes Scott Wood on the outside now. Scott Wood has found himself on the outside of Dylan Davidson, and he will try to clear the youngster. Davidson, he gets by. Top 4, single file. This Davidson trying to fight back. As Wood goes to the inside of Gordon now. Wood making that Henderson's Pharmacy 38 work on the inside, on the outside, wherever he needs to make passes. Austin Wood battling with Lindbergh behind them. Wood looked strong in the heats earlier tonight. Now Bicknell and Jones get together, or come awfully close as they work down the back straightaway. Bicknell comes away with a spot. Davidson and Bowman battle. Here comes Maddie Williamson. Maddie Williamson didn't have the greatest showing in the heats. He was just testing something out. Maybe there was something broke. Who knows? But Matt Williamson will break up his way into the top 5 of this field. He's on for the lead. Podwinski, he's going to give it up to Pierce. As Pierce comes down the front straightaway. Rockets up from the bottom of the racetrack. And Podwinski may have almost got a piece of Willard, excuse me, of the 88 of Pierce. Wood, or didn't win, and Todd Gordon back battling at the back of the top 5. Now trying to stick his nose up into that and try to get past Gordon. The Blue Moon Potatoes 28 up on the outside. Keep pace with our leaders as here comes Gary Lindbergh around Podwinski as well now. Back door of Pierce. Lindbergh has passed Podwinski. Austin Wood is trying to get past Podwinski. Good racing amongst the top 5. Up on the inside, trying to hold off a hard-charging Scott Wood, but Gary Lindbergh is there to mix things up as well. Wood goes to the outside. Battles on for the lead. Scott Wood wants it. Pierce has it. Crater down on the bottom side. Shane Pierce in the 88. Hang on, can't do it. Through to the lead. Here comes Lindbergh is now to try to follow up on the outside. Gary Lindbergh finds himself in a spot pretty familiar with. Strong on the outside here at Merrittville Speedway. Running higher than I think anybody I've ever seen in a modified a few weeks ago, and running some incredibly fast times. How fast he has to be to work. And it's down. Got Wood in control. It's out front. Lap car starting to come into vision. That's the Too Cool of Van Mill. It's Wood, Lindbergh, 2 in this one. 20 laps to go. 19 this time. Wood, Lindbergh. Lindbergh trying to find speed on the bottom side as we got a yellow flag. The racetrack, yellow is out. What Scott Wood wanted to see is we got a problem with Todd Gordon in the Blue Moon Potatoes 28. Come to a slow and to a stop up on the outside of stretch here. Okay, tow trucks. Flag back in the air. Wood to the outside. Trying to wind it up and clear. Lindbergh down the back straightaway. Behind him is Austin Wood, who is taken third. Matt Williamson starting to come through the field. He's working to the inside of Jones and to the outside of Pete Nell. Racing amongst those two. Back to challenging on the inside. Flag out once again here in the S&W Service Center 358 Modifieds. As Stiers has looped it in 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway, another restart. Scott Wood will have to survive. Lights out on the UPIC Auto Parts SLM Recycling pace car. It pulls in. Lindbergh, Wood, Austin Wood, Jones, Bicknell, Williamson, Chevalier, Carlton. A lot of heavy hitters at the front of this one. Gonna win it. Back straightaway. And Dyson 4 position. Wood is going to give up the lead on the first lap after that restart, and that is not because Gary Lindbergh knows how to get around this place and put down some fast lap times. Austin Wood, battling with Bicknell for third as Pierce washes up the racetrack, while Scott Wood tries to keep in touch with Gary Lindbergh, who's in front pacing the field in this one. Wood, we talked about in the past how it might be easier sometimes to be the rabbit chasing the carrot rather than being the carrot out front yourself. That's true for Scott Wood here tonight as he tries to regain the lead from Gary Lindbergh, battles on for third behind them. He flees side by side as Wood gets to the inside of Lindbergh but can't complete the pass. Back straightaway and into 3 and 4. Gary Lindbergh still wound up on the outside. Trying to find a way by on the inside, just can't make it stick on corner exit. See that 38 styler, maybe it starts to get tight or just can't keep the grip, but he is not able to make the pass even though he continues to show the nose to the inside. Once again, the 38. And it's going to cost him even more spots as Lindbergh checks out by another couple car lengths as they work into 3 and 4. Scott Wood, middle groove. On for third behind them. Matt Williamson and Pete McNell battling. This is there as well. He's there. Aiden Pierce trying to hold on to that third spot. He's got a lot of hard charging race cars behind him. Bowman, Williamson. Battle for third on back. 88 trying to hang on the outside. Mr. Smallblock's going to get by at some point here. He's going to try to clear the 88 this time into 1 and 2. Can't do it. To 3 and 4. Still fighting hard on that outside. He controls the 88. In front, Lindbergh still leads. Wood trying to do everything he can. 9 laps to go. Scott Wood trying to do everything he can to hang tough. Let Lindbergh get away with this one. Almost past. Bowman trying to follow suit on the bottom. Williamson still waiting behind them. Bowman shows to the inside of Mr. Smallblock. traffic starting to be a factor for Gary Lindbergh. He's going to have to work around the two pool of Van Mill. Upwood kind of the tail or right in the tire tracks as Lindbergh cuts the inside. Waits the pass on the lap car, no problems there. Lindbergh. Scott Wood. Nell runs third. Bowman is fourth as of right now. Lindbergh goes back to the top side where he makes those fast times. Scott Wood trying to follow him up there. He's working over Pierce for fifth. 5 laps to go. Late restart here. Williamson, Bowman, Bicknell. There's a couple of names up there who really could shake things up. Lindbergh so far, big green with 4 laps to go. Oh, Scott Wood, the closest competition. Bowman by the inside of Bicknell, can't do it. 3 and 4, battles on for third. Bowman trying to take that spot away. Williamson lurking there in fifth as Jones trying to clear the Van Mill car. Pierce trying to get by Van Mill as well. Carlton there as well. Laps to go. Laps to go now as Lindbergh sees the popsicle sticks in the air. Got one car around. I believe that's Smallbach. Pete Bicknell has gone around after some contact with Matt Williamson. In amongst our top 5 late in this one. Matt Williamson and Pete Bicknell get together. We go back under yellow. Oh boy, now things just got interesting. I wonder what happened between the 42 and the 6 there. I think there was some contact. But P is not happy. Does anybody have anything for Gary Lindbergh? They come back to the green flag. Gary Lindbergh stretches things out by a couple car lengths early in this one. Comes Scott Wood down the back straightaway. To play more defense than he can offense as Mike Bowman is to the inside. Flag in the air. Gary Lindbergh one more time around. Lindbergh up on the high side. And Wood, they're trying to settle second amongst themselves as Gary Lindbergh out by a couple of car lengths. Mike Bowman's going to get by Wood one more time into 3 and 4. Mike Bowman looks to the inside, doesn't have enough time. Gary Lindbergh takes the checkers once again here at Merrittville Speedway in the S&W Service Center. 358 modifieds. Put it over Bowman, then Scott Wood. Jones breaks into the top 5 there as well. And this is how they will line up ahead. Rick's Delivery, RM Racing Lubricants Sportsman as they battle for the Bill Willard Sr. Sterling Silver Trophy. Avion on pole out of Port Colborne, Ontario in the 62. Then it's Dan McKay in the 13M. Mamos in the 3N starting third. Taylor Van der Zanden starts fourth. Mitch Dumont will start fifth. David Flanagan lines up sixth. Billy Bleach Jr. in the 108 will start seventh. 8th, Darryl Fairway. Then it's Luke Carlton in the 96B. And Sharps in the 8S. Jay Mallory in the 20. Dante in the 99P. Rob Sauter in the 4S. Then it's Adam Leslie in the 15. James Friesen, Ryan Ferry, Brett Bigelow, Cody McPherson, Brad Rouse, Rob Knapp, Curtis Friesen, Jason Van Mel, Nathan Peaty, Terry Smith, Dave Mamo, and Jamie Porter rounding out the field. And this one is already Leslie's washed up the racetrack, and that's going to cost them a whole bunch of time getting that front end way up in the air, trying to jump back over the cushion. Green, Fabian leading. Fun. Finnegan battle tough and just outside the top 5 there. On into 3 and 4. Cars slicing and dicing, all the happening behind our top 3, who are pretty much assembled single file. Billy Bleach now looks to the inside of McKay for second. Bleach Jr. trying to come through. Won a heat early in the night for his first feature win here at Merrittville Speedway. Three wide for about 10th place as McPherson was up on the outside. McPherson didn't have the showing he wanted last Saturday at Merrittville Speedway, made up for it on the holiday Monday. Put some work on that number 7 ride. Back under yellow early in this one. Billy Bleach Jr. was looking to the lead down the back straightaway. CAA tow trucks with their lights on.
Definitely looks like that left rear is soft at the least. SLM Recycling Mini Cooper.
Baby on the control car. He can fire anywhere between the score clock and the orange cone. He lays the hammer down. Bleach Jr. sees green flag and stands on the pedal, and he goes to the outside. Top 4 cars under a blanket as Carlton and Flanagan lurk there as well. Three and 4. Billy Bleach Jr. trying to come away with the lead, and he'll do so on the outside. More cars stacking up from about 6th on back. Up on the outside. Sharp, McPherson, Sauter, and Ferry. Sauter coming together with Smith a little earlier in the night. That was a bit of a heated exchange. They're pretty spread out on the racetrack. We'll see if tempers flare at all tonight in the feature. Bleach Jr. out to a great advantage early. That car is hooked up tonight. The 108 looks fast. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. The 3 heavy hitters, Panunte, Friesen, and Bigelow. They're 3 wide for, I'm going to call that about 10th on back. Maybe then under fire now for 5th place. Boy, trying to take it in the 53 Posner Metals ride. Just Sharp in the Blue Moon Potatoes 8S were lurking there, and here comes McPherson. Oh, I believe Sharp may have caught the inside barrier there. As hard as you can hit it without causing any major damage. As now he and McPherson make some contact. Tight racing between the 7 and the 8S, and here comes Mallory on the outside in the Kenny U-Pull 20. Racing in the middle of the pack, but all that happening behind Bleach Jr., who's really stretched things out for a Saturday night cruise early in this one. Cody McPherson, the inside of Babyon. Comes Justin Sharp. Panels for that 62. And Flanagan start to mix things up at the front of the field. They're trying to fight over the right to go and run up there and challenge Billy Bleach Jr., who is in control in the Nap Ford 108. Bleach. Looking for his first feature win here at Merrittville Speedway. Night to do it as we hand out the Bill Willard Sr. Sterling Silver Trophy. Bleach still in control of this one. Good racing throughout the pack, the back of the pack, but all that seconds behind Bleach, who has just found something in that 108. He showed speed throughout the season, but putting it all together in a full night tonight. Friesen all over the back of McKay, and Knapp all over the back of Sauter. Leslie's rebounded as he's trying to battle with Friesen. Comes Brad Rouse in the white 18R, trading in the black panels for the white panels tonight. Also with Ryan Ferry just outside the top 5. Brent Bigelow is there as well, lurking in the 16. These cars would love to get there and challenge. Very fast Billy Bleach Jr. with 10 laps to go. Running solid lap times, stretching things out even more. 3 wide battle for about 5th place on the racetrack as Fairway trying to hang on to it. Sharp goes to the outside, and here comes McPherson to follow suit on the outside as well as they work into 1 and 2. Mallory and Rouse, close quarter battle there. the inside, Mallory on the outside as they work down the back straightaway. Just cleared fairway, and now McPherson will do so as well. Anybody have enough time to start reeling in that 108? Carlton and Flanagan doing battle. Flanagan in the Centennial Construction 74 to the inside of Mamo in the 3 Mamo ride. Zandon hangs tough in second. Leach just continues to pick him up and put him down. Clean laps from that 108. Traffic not being a factor. It's it by about a full straightaway over Taylor Vanderzanden right now. 7th on the starting grid, worked his way into the top 4 into the first lap, and then soon found himself in the lead. Running away with it on a Saturday night cruise. 5 laps to go in this one. The clean and green sportsman race here. How that changes in the final 5 laps. Good action on the Niagara Employment Help Center night here at Merrittville Speedway. We appreciate them coming on to sponsor the night. And Sauter having a good little battle there. Bleach Jr. just in control. Postal code tonight. Oh, 1 car down in the moat here. We'll see if that brings out a yellow. Problem on the front stretch. Green for now. Cars keep rolling. All Billy Bleach Jr. Contested in this one. Vanderzanden can only watch as the 108 continues to drive away in his mirror. Windshield, Vanderzanden sees more lap traffic. Bleach just sees dots shrinking smaller and smaller as he can taste that first win. Billy Bleach Jr. trying to come through for his first career feature win at Merrittville. The final time around Merrittville Speedway, the 108. See the checkers, and Billy Bleach Jr. wins it. Run from Billy Bleach Jr. to wrap up his first feature win in one of the biggest sportsman races we have at Merrittville.